Alrighty, a good afternoon. Welcome to this slightly earlier than usual on this new schedule stream. We are looking at the 147. Well, can I say looking at? It's the second time I'm streaming it. I've obviously had a fair bit of time with it already from last week. But I guess it'll be a bit of a first or second look for you guys, depending on what you've seen so far. And, well, for me, actually a first look at the updates that were released for Stuttgart, which, as I said in today's message on the Discord, should have been the case by default. Let's sort a few things out and we can get cracking on. Alright, so I'm assuming everything that's been added to the route will be visible and apparent in the journey mode. So I will continue the on-track journey mode with 8 more services to go. Not actually too bad for a DLC that's released not too long ago, although that would potentially highlight a lack of content on the particular journey mode. There are 3 chapters. First one, it's only got 3 services. Second one's got 6, not too bad. Not too bad at all. And then this one has, what, 7? 8? Interesting. Okay. Anywho, we'll get to it. Let's get the route annotations mod going as well. so that we've got real weather. Do that. That should load up any second now. Also, let's get some third rails going. I actually didn't really mind having it as an overlay on my end, which was something I was quite concerned about. I usually tend to, especially when I'm playing Sims, I tend to like to keep my screen as clear as possible for like maximum immersion. Also, I'm happy to see on this route, it did come out a few months ago, but it's still fairly recent, that on a single chapter of the journey mode, all the runs are set in different days, which sounds like nothing really major. But when you're using the real life weather mods and you do a chapter of a journey mode where all the runs take place on the same day, it gets a bit boring because you're just dealing with the same weather every single time. ASR, Mr. ASR, good to see you. Welcome. How you doing? SSU just announced that. Oh, really? Let's have a look. I'm assuming it will be on the Discord, right? I know they teased it on. Was it earlier this week? Gisela? No idea, mate. It's got an interesting look to it. I can't say. Ooh, she's gorgeous. Of course. For some reason, their Steam pages just don't load for me. I don't really know why. Let me try and just open it on Chrome. Sammy, good to see you, my man. How are you doing? Uh-huh. I'm not going to go through the reading. I just want to look at the pictures. Interior, super basic. My God. And so is the outside, really. A very, like, square, almost like, it looks like Wall-E a little bit. Wall-E. It's given that. A lot of people wondering, because 3D Zug said it was working on something for Unreal Engine. Well, we don't know. Oh, so this is from them. I thought they were going to come up with, like, a whole new train sim. Okay, this is going to be interesting then, if it's coming from them. 4-day week. Oh, nice. What, is that just for this week, or is that going to be the case moving forward? We're in a Dostos. Where's... Oh. Because I changed the Cosmo.save. I'm in Beast and I've got Zoomia. Apparently people don't have Zoomia Zoom. But I don't have that issue. It works completely fine for me. Oh, I thought this was AFB for a minute. I was like, what? AFB in the on this end? That doesn't make much sense. Unlock the doors, unlock the brakes. Let's get the train lights going. I think they were on already anyway. Headlights can stay on normal. Yeah, I'm happy to leave everything else as it is. Our final destination is correct, which is good to see. That was not the case last time. I'm intrigued to see how well our frame rates will hold up on the Beast preset. Let's see if we've got any of those mixed consists. No, that's all red. Okay. Just seeing a sea of red, but then I'm also not really seeing many. Okay, but these are all like, hold on a second. Oh, the update was for the core timetable. I was so confused. Why am I seeing like talent twos and it's like a bunch of new stock, and where are the updates? But obviously the 147 is set in 2010 timetable. The updates came for the core 2000 timetable. Double bank holiday this week. Ah, right. That's solid, man. That is solid. Zoom is one of the names of all time. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I hope that it never gets changed. It should remain that way. That's what makes it so great. That's insane, Sammy, man. Apparently, actually no. We'll see how long this ridiculousness lasts, man. Because at some point, the reason for it will not really be feasible anymore, and then it's just going to be under the umbrella of inflation, and everyone's going to kind of forget that actually there was an initial reason for why prices hiked up. Yeah, been good, man. Been good. Super busy. Today is. I was very close to cancelling the stream, mate. Today, I'll be honest. Just exhausted. Had 2 hours sleep. Woke up for a bit, just sorting out the twins. Slept again for like somewhere between 45 minutes to an hour. So potentially 3 hours. If I'm lucky, it was 3 hours. And yeah, I'm not quite sure when I'm next gonna be sleeping. So hoping I'm just gonna have the energy to power on through the day. It is quite a busy one. Productive anyway, which is good. I'm always happy about a productive day, but busy as well. Aside from that, though, honestly, can't complain, man. Can't complain. Everything as well by God's grace. Been considering a 5090. It wouldn't be the wisest financial decision I ever make, but I've been considering it. I think it just came up in a conversation earlier this week in chat. I know. I mean, in honesty, it low key would make sense, because then I can move this GPU to my streaming setup, be able to stream at a higher quality, you know, Twitch permitting with all its bollocks, and yeah, then have the 5090 in here, and rather than play my 4K games at mid 50s to 60, I could just guarantee 60s and everything. You opted against getting that, really? Plus one comes out in 2 weeks and it's only £25. Interesting. Have you seen any like gameplay of it on PS5? Have you heard any feedback or reviews about it on PS5? I'm personally having a really good time with it. I'm barely able to play it, but you know, when I do get to play it, I really enjoy it now, man. Really enjoy it. The big part of it that was an annoyance for me was just the performance. I know that's been sorted out. The focus is now on the physics and the sounds. However, when you're driving an electric bus, the physics become a little bit more realistic and there's no sounds to really hear. Although, apparently even the electric sounds, they've kind of bodged up. But, you know, it does make the game a lot more kind of easier to deal with. There's not that much contention anymore. And the economy mode as well. I'll be honest, didn't have a ton of hope when it came to economy mode. I'm not really hopeful about it in games in general, but I gave it a go, and I have only just started like my career in the economy mode, but I'm having a blast, man. Not gonna lie, actually having a blast. Any new bugs with the update? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I haven't played it yet, and haven't gone on the forum, haven't gone on the Discord, excuse me. I literally haven't heard anything about it. I think we should expect it to break something. So then if it does, then it will just be like, oh, yeah, this thing happened again. We saw it coming. And if it doesn't break anything, and it's like, okay, nice, happy days. Steam demo that came out, people really liked. Seen some PS5 gameplay, performance looked good. Is that referring to the bus or Busbound? Busbound is a solid proposition as well. I think I said this previously, but I think the thing that sort of puts me off is the fictional map. Now, maybe if I give it a go, I could really like it because from what I've seen in terms of gameplay footage, it's got some really nice features, some really, really, really nice features that I would be attracted to. So I think, should I give it a go? I might like it, but fictional map kind of off-putting to me, and also the whole like, oh, manage your own bus company and create your own routes. It's really not me. I like being the bus driver and sort of driving on the routes given. I don't have any interest in creating routes and like that kind of thing. One of the few devs publishers. Okay, I'm assuming. Oh, you did say the Steam demo, not PlayStation demo. Well, I guess you could have tried it on the handheld. Um, but yeah, it wouldn't really matter anyway because it's not a console. I've only ever really heard good things about Saber, I'll be honest. It's always been really positive whenever anyone's spoken about them. They are the ones behind. Am I correct in thinking they're the ones behind that truck game or sim thing that's coming? There are some changes to the map itself. Remind me of what those changes were, ASR. The bus on PS5 looks garbage in performance mode, but runs at 60. Fidelity mode with all the ray tracing, etc. looks great, but it's dipping down. What do you mean, but runs at 60, and then you say it goes down? Oh, it looks garbage. Sorry. It looks garbage, but it runs well. Right. So you can't adjust like individual settings then? It's just the usual like console thing where you're just sort of locked out of changing any meaningful settings. That really sucks, man. Because I'm pretty sure there is a decent middle ground that a lot of players would be happy with. But they've sort of just stripped you guys off of that choice. Hello, Mr. Forklifts. How you doing? Good to see ya. Performance hasn't been great today, I'm not gonna lie. Beast mode is definitely pushing our little 38 ETI. It's not game breaking, but I do like a smooth gameplay experience. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna try lossless scaling. I couldn't use it before due to the fact that I used to stream on the same PC as I would play on, and it caused some like funny business. But now that that's not the case anymore, where is it? Let's install it real quick and see, and also come back to this so that I can see the correct way to utilize it. Although I'm pretty sure it's been updated since. What's this train from Chainsim.cz? Todd 4. No thanks. No thanks. Had that for a little while and it was more than long enough. Okay, here we go. Alright, game set must be windowed full screen. My game already is in windowed full screen. Okay, so these are his settings that he's got for it. Okay. Let's try and do this then. LSFG 3.0. Let's do 3.1 because that's more modern one. Mode X2. Oh, this is a bit different, isn't it? This is different than to what it used to look like. This should probably get updated. Road Kings, that's the one. Has any more gameplay or information about that game been released? Auto aspect ratio, yes. Scaling type off. Vision. Okay, I'm assuming is adaptive. Oh no, fix, and then the x2 would be okay. Multiplier 2. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Flow scale. Okay, I'm gonna leave that as it is. Capture DXGI. No other information about it though. Is there rendering? Sync mode default. Max frame latency 1. I don't have G-Sync. I don't have any of these. Well, I don't have HDR. I don't have G-Sync. And draw FPS should be off. Yeah, that should be fine as it is. Okay, game must be rendered full screen. Click scale and 5-second countdown to begin. Okay. Or Control Alt S. You know what? Let's do it like this. Just give me the countdown. 2, 1. There we go. Okay. It should be active now. It should be active. What it basically does is if it tries to, so if you've got like a 60 hertz monitor, it basically generates half the frames. So you're only playing at 30 basically, and it ends up being a lot smoother. And there's already like quite a huge difference. You can see where it's trying to lag because the game goes a bit funny sometimes, but it's not like obviously stuttering. I don't know what I just missed, by the way. There's something that I missed. Oh, we're dropping down to 110. That might have been a 2000 hertz monitor, but yeah, I wasn't focused on that at all. Updated signal. Okay, but you said that they've made some changes to the map itself. None of those changes that you mentioned, those are to the map itself. Why do you say boo? A 5-stream streak is decent. That's nothing to boo at. Seen the new Summit on the crew. Engine sounds done by what I assume beatboxer. Yeah, he's a I've seen a few of them. I think so. I don't know who exactly this one is, but there are people who can just make car sounds with their mouth, like really really good ones. I remember back in the the good old YouTube days, there was a guy that used to use a can. He'd use like a empty beer can, I think it was, and would make like some awesome car sounds like that. It's an interesting summit. I do appreciate that it gives it puts creators like content. What is going on here? It puts content creators out there. Like there's been a few summits where they've linked up with content creators, and a lot of the time they're content creators that are already successful and don't really need that advertising, but it's still pretty cool to see a collab like we've seen in the past. I forgot JetWatch also recommends resolution scale at 90 instead of 100. I'm going to do that even though I've got lots of scaling going. I am going to do that. I completely forgot about that one. It's very hard for some reason to get whole numbers when you're moving this thing. It's ridiculously hard. Everything about this game is so weird, man, honestly. So weird. Not really other than setting, which is Florida and some of the southern states must be a narrative drive. Okay. Okay. Making it a narrative driven game. It's almost like a cheat code in a way. Like they're able, it gives them a reason or an excuse to skip a lot of details. and it could still look really nice. I guess we'll wait and see what it's like when it releases. I'm doubtful. Riddle time. Okay, let's go. Bro, my brain is very exhausted, by the way, just so you know. But I'm still gonna, I'm gonna go into it confidently. A hitman was hired to kill someone at a party. So I'm assuming at the party, he was introduced as a close friend. There was punch, drinks, and snacks, good music and entertainment. You're knocking me off. That's not important information. Though at the hitman was the one that at the party, the hitman was the one that ended up dying. Please explain this. Well, I mean, it could have been alcohol poisoning. He could have gotten into a fight and got hit in the wrong place. He could have had a heart attack. He could have been allergic to some of the snacks and died from an allergic reaction. I believe there's a few explanations to it. One of them. Which one was it? Well, I guess technically all of them can be right? Given that this is a hypothetical situation, I would hope. All of them can be right. And there's more. Maybe there was a shootout outside and a stray bullet went through the window and, killed the hitman. I will always look at things logically. He was allergic to pineapple in the punch. So is there like a deeper punchline in that? Or is that like a dry humor kind of thing? Because even as you've explained it to me, if there is like a punchline there, it's completely gone over my head. Okay. I feel like that's less of a riddle and more of those. You can buy like a board game type of thing, and it's based on like you solve crimes. You've got it gives you all this information about a particular event, and it's up to you to solve the crime. I feel like it's that. I would remind me one of them. I like working things out. I like puzzles. Cluedo. Nah, Cluedo's old school though. I forgot about that. I haven't heard that word since like primary school, I think. But nah, this is a different one. Um, I don't remember the. I don't think I've ever known the name of it. Like I've seen it advertised and stuff, and I've seen people speak about it as like a cool little, Friday night, Saturday night kind of activity with friends or like with a partner. A lot of people are into like crime documentaries and stuff like that. I guess it's more catered to those sorts of people, which makes sense. Oh, I'm so glad lossless scaling is working well, and I hope it's all good on the stream as well. Like it's all smooth as it is for me. What if the hitman was the target, though the person that invited him to the party was the hitman? That could very well be the case. Like, how often would you see in like a Netflix series, you know, um, someone get asked to kill a friend, but then as he goes to like point a gun at his friend, the friend's already pointing a gun at him, and it's like, uh-oh. Like it happens so often, man. Especially I feel like in cartel, like in series where there's cartel activity involved. They do seem to specialize in that. Looking good. Is that to me, Sammy? I've got fresh shrimp. Can't really tell, but you know, clean. I do fancy myself a fresh shrimp. I try to get them monthly, but it just doesn't work out sometimes, and then I get lazy because I know my hair doesn't grow too quickly, and I can do skipping a month. It's very easy for me to give myself excuses. Oh, smooth stream. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's equally as important at this point in time. Actually, it really is. Because if it wasn't, that means that the lossless scaling stuff would only be affecting what I see, but the output to stream would still be like a bit of a stuttery mess. So I'm glad that's not the case. Are you able to watch in any other resolution than 1080p? Has that been resolved? Next station. Yo, Transport Legend, how you doing? Only 1080. Okay. The only resolution I see to that, unfortunately, is lowering the quality of the stream. Well, lowering my bitrate, which would ultimately lower the quality of the stream, which I really don't want to do, but I also would like the stream to be accessible to everyone. Not everyone has, you know, great internet speeds. I really don't know what happened with my 1440p affiliate thing. I don't know whether I need to reapply for that. I just have no idea, man. Because usually it's like if you're streaming to Twitch directly through OBS, I'm going via Restream so that I can also stream to YouTube. But it was still working. Even though I was doing it through Restream, it was still working. So I'm sure if I was streaming to Twitch only, I'd be fine. I actually learned a new way to even do it yesterday for people that aren't even affiliates. So yeah, I don't know. I realized now I was kind of sounding like a broken record yesterday, going on and on about the PZB thing. Just a Kensington issue. So I bought the route on sale yesterday, probably refund it. Oh no, I don't think so. I don't think you were going on and on, mate. It was a valid concern. It was good that you brought it up because I'm able to, you know, forward it directly to Dovetail. You'll be surprised. A lot of ambassadors. I see a lot of ambassadors like often saying, someone from my chat had this problem. Someone from our community has this problem. Here's the picture or here's the video. A lot of them do it. What do you mean you would just use red? What are you talking about, Dad? Also, you prefer Mexican shoutouts? Oh, as in you can't use Twitch at work? Is that what you're saying? Thoughts on tempered glass? You mean tempered glass? Tempered glass screensavers? Or actually tempered glass screensavers? Are we still doing screensavers in 2026? Or do you mean screen protector? I thought we left screensavers back in 2006. Tempered screen protectors. Are they the ones that? Because I used to use them a lot. Are they the ones? What makes them tempered? Is it just that they're strong? It's been like a lot of years since I last used one. I used to always use them. I used to get the screen protector before I'd even get the phone. my thoughts on them are that they are great. Honestly, they saved me a bunch. They truly did save me a bunch. When I did used to get them a lot in that time period during that era, when I didn't have one on, I suffered from it. As a matter of fact, the phone that I'm recording on, that I'm using as a camera now, when it was brand new, I've flipping dropped it. I dropped it, the screen cracked, and it started overheating when I would charge it. So I had to go and get it repaired. Absolute disaster. It was when I used to do my food delivery and it fell off my bed. I really, really, really regretted at that moment in time not having like a decent case, which I would also pair with the screen protector and the screen protector itself. I really, really, really regretted that. So they were very important to me. The reason why I've stopped using them for a long time now and I only use cases, honestly, it's because I want to enjoy the screen. Like, I pay good money for my phones, and they come with very, very nice screens. Like, your phone, the screen on the phone you're holding in your hand is better than the vast, vast, vast majority of monitors, or probably TVs as well. It's like crazy. And I just wanted to enjoy it because you put a screen protector on, and yeah, they don't like give you a terrible experience in terms of like visual niceness or like on your phone, but you do lose something. And I like my phone raw. I paid for a very nice screen, right? I want to see it in all its glory. Yes, that comes with the risk that it will get damaged, and I have dealt with that a couple of times already. I say already, I've had my phone for 3 years now. I have dealt with that. But yeah, I think I'm done with screen protectors. Happy to continue using cases because I don't really do anything with the back of my phone. But my screen protector days are behind me. You'd pair. What exactly do you mean by that, ASR? I'm not a fruit. Have you been watching them through AI videos? I think you have. They don't feel the same either. They don't feel the same, no. But the feeling's not terrible, though, to be fair. Also, 9 times out of 10, so this phone and the one I'm using as a camera, both of them have under-screen thumbprint sensors, fingerprint sensors, and yeah, 9 times out of 10, screen protectors wouldn't be compatible. When they would be, I'd find I'd have to really press my thumb on it, whereas like naturally, I barely touch it and it unlocks. So yeah, it wasn't a great experience. I would have been a lot less compelled to stop using screen protectors if phones still had them on like buttons. This is a bit of a disaster, isn't it? See, if I was driving this from the 147 end, it would have been a great stop. You said pair and not pair. Nice one. I feel like you're really pleased with yourself when you make these jokes. Like, the more it pisses me off, the more pleasing it is for you. And you know what? I'm happy for you, ASR. I'm very happy for you. Face ID is better. Well, I mean, these phones have like face unlocking as well. And from my experience, they're very, very, very close to Apple's Face ID, but not as good ultimately. But even that sometimes would be affected. Sometimes you'd get the ones that would have a cutout where the camera is, where the front-facing camera is. Sometimes you wouldn't. And when you wouldn't, which was for me the majority of the time, I don't know, maybe I was just going for the cheap ones all the time, but the majority of the times I would buy one, it wouldn't have a that cutout. And so it was tough trying to use like face unlock. And to be honest, there was a period of time where I was just always inputting my pin. Like there was no point in it. It took too much time trying to get the thumbprint and face unlocking to work. So with the screen protector that I had at that time, so I would just resort to it was just quicker for me to just straight away go and unlock it with a pin, as if it was like 2004. His holidays under a bridge. You know what? With the amount of trolling he does, I think it would be very suiting. 1444, 444. Sure, that's got a meaning somewhere. I don't mind driving these Dostos. Like, they're not the most, you know, there's not a lot going on, let's be honest. But for me anyway, personally, it's a break from the AFB system. I guess it actually, well, I don't get to actually, I'm forced. I'm forced to manually drive the train and manually stick to speed limits, which I think I need sometimes. That's like a bit of a kick up the bum. I get a bit too comfortable and confident with AFB all the time. I don't know why Apple did away with their fingerprint. Like, yes, Face ID is incredible. And some may argue there's no need for any other, like, unlocking method on an Apple device. On an iPhone specifically, because I believe the Macs have, MacBooks have a fingerprint sensor. But it's like it's cool to have choices. Maybe for whatever reason, someone doesn't want their face 3D scanned and that data stored by Apple. Not sure how much better a fingerprint is, in all honesty. And it's just the fact that they used to do it, and I don't remember it being terrible. I watched a review of one of the new MacBooks, the M5, the one with the M5 chip, and I saw it playing Cyberpunk. I was shocked at how well a MacBook can play a AAA title, especially one like Cyberpunk, which is not the easiest game to run. It is fairly well optimized, if we're being honest, but you know, it's a lot of GPUs will suffer trying to play it smoothly, and it just did it. It just did it. Settings went obviously the best. Resolution I don't think was the highest, but it did it, like, and it looked fairly bloody nice. So fair enough, man. Apple are really stepping up the game, especially with their budget entries, their new budget entries. They've got a lot of laptop manufacturers, like Windows-based laptop manufacturers, shaking in their boots, like actually very concerned, which is great. We love to see it as consumers, and I'm happy that Apple are doing something sensible, man, because they are actually a great company, very, very forward-thinking, very stubborn as well, but like it or not, it seems to have worked for them over the years. And it's just nice to see them doing something sensible, and it's shaken, the laptop world. So I remember I was saying about textures yesterday. I don't know how clear it's coming up on stream, but all the bolts are absolutely atrocious, and that's from a distance. I don't know if I wanna zoom into him. I think it was just to be different. Now they have a handsome Irish guy's face on the. No, there's a method to Apple's madness, and the method sometimes is madness, also within itself. But they usually have a reason or another. So I've got to work as a piece. What? An M5 chip, a MacBook with an M5 chip. Fair enough, mate. Aren't they like really, really brand new? Can't install my Steam under the blocks by company admin. That stuff sucks, man. What are the chances that the admin's a gamer? Have a word with him, man. Have a word with him. A lot of people in IT are like proper gamers. I genuinely think it would be worth having a word with him and just be like, listen, mate. You know I'm solid. I do my work. but I like to also, you know, work hard, play hard. I don't know, you know. The Mac Pro Mini can only say 5, I believe, so like 700. Is that the new one? Like the one that took the sort of industry by like surprise. The Mac Pro Mini. If that's the one, then that's very, very cool. Very cool. You love your boats, ASL. You're gonna hate this train, mate. I'll tell you what, company has lost all goodwill from your supporting for 30 years. Really? Dynamic store pricing and raising the price of console to 5 years. Okay, so dynamic store pricing, I'll leave that for a moment. But raising the price of consoles, don't you think that in the current economy, don't you think there's a valid reason to that particular one? Considering, you know, the prices for everything, like literally everything. I think that one, I'm prepared to try and have a bit of an argument about that. We can have a bit of a debate. I'm down for that. However, dynamic store pricing, Sony can suck their mums for that. I was scrolling the store the other day with my bro. I should bought 25 quid to me on the sale. See, that's absolutely ridiculous, bro. Absolutely ridiculous. How can he justify that? Like, there are levels to a business min-maxing, right? You can do so in a way that's... There's a word I'm looking for here. Consumer friendly. Let me put it like that. Consumer friendly and okay. I think everyone can agree that, okay, this method is okay. And then there's a way to min-max as a business that's just disgusting, and it's like that typical stereotype of like, oh, corporate greed, but like literally though. How does that even make any sense, man? The We Dinky one, yeah, that'll be the one then, Dan. That'll be the one. It has got laptop manufacturers bloody quaking, mate. 900 quid for a PS5 Pro it is madness. It is madness. I'm not like in disagreement about the severity, let's say, of the prices at all. But the price of everything is a madness. Like all like the components that are put together to make a PS5 Pro are also a madness. And yes, Sony are balling and probably can be okay not raising the prices and take it on the chin. But one way or another, they are taking it themselves before it gets passed on to the like world public. I get component shortages are a thing and the prices will increase. My company has to do it, but we're already preparing to drop the prices back down. I think stabilize. Sony do the same. Doubt it. I mean, you can doubt it, but we can only wait and see, right? You know me, man. I'm very like, let's stick to the fact. So, being a corporation, I don't know what their history is like in that regard. Are they likely? I mean, I was just saying about half an hour ago when you mentioned fuel prices that they've got a reason for the fuel prices now, but I guarantee you when the reason for the fuel prices being expensive is over, the fuel prices will remain the same under the excuse of inflation. So already, like, don't worry, I'm with you there. But like, I don't know, it's all it can be speculation in it. All we can do is wait for the shortages to sort of equalize or rebalance. And yeah, judge them from there, man. And then that judgment would be fair, no matter which direction that judgment sort of goes, it would be fair regardless. Sorry for the yawns, by the way, man. I'm considering a coffee, but I don't feel the coffee tiredness. Like I'm not in need of a coffee just yet. I feel like I'm okay enough, but I'm sort of slowly teetering down towards that. Late stage capitalism. Late stage capitalism. Late stage capitalism. Late stage capitalism. What do you mean? Where? Capitalism is capitalism, isn't it? It just continues to advance and develop and progress and adapt in nasty little ways. I saw no stop marker anywhere where the actual stop marker is. Dan, all the prices are going up, mate. All of them. The PS5 Pro, the base. I thought, how many variations are there of PS5? I saw like a screenshot, and it was like 3 different PS5 bundles of PS5 types, and all their prices were going up. I think Nabil had sent me a picture on Discord, but the pricing was in euros. If I can find it. If I can find it. Oh yeah, of course, yeah, because then you got the normal, at least in Germany, the regular PS5 is going up 100 euros from 649.90. Oh no, okay, there's the prices here, but I don't know if those are the ones with if they're the new prices or the old prices. But anyway, in Germany, the PS5, the PS5 Digital, and the PS5 Pro are all going up by 100 euros. 100 euros is a substantial amount for a console. It came out how long ago? Hey, sorry, mute me for 1 second. Hey Google, how long ago did the PlayStation 5 release? I'm probably the only person. It's a 5-year-old console. 2020 it launched, November 2020. What a crazy time to launch a console. Sony are mad lads for that. So a 5-year-old console is going up in price by $100, 100 euros. You can convert that currency to your own. That's insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, you guys are ahead of me. All of you said 5 years. I don't keep track of it at all. Then you go buy the disc drive and extra. Yeah, that wasn't nice. That wasn't nice. I mean, yeah, that wasn't nice, man. It's very cheeky. It was very, very cheeky. And I mean, it's not like, it's understandable. Let's be honest. I think the vast majority of people on console are digital buyers now. I still want my disc thing, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually know how often I'd use it, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I'd want it as sort of a fallback, but I don't know how often I would actually buy a game on disc. So like I'm going through like a store, like a Sex, for example, and I happen to just sort of trawl through the PS5 games that are there, and I see something I like, then yeah, cool. But for like a new release, it's very likely I'll just buy it digitally. Still can't get over the heatsink. What? I remember the issues that they had with the liquid metal, and it would sometimes leak over onto other components. Is that what you're referring to? Thing is, I've got the inside track on the component issues from my OEM team are coming out the other side of the shortage. And now, so yeah, the timing is interesting. Yeah, I will say. I've also heard as well from like tech, like people in tech, that yeah, we are like we've passed the peak on the graph basically. So yeah, the timing is a bit sus. It is like ideal for them to continue to keep the prices as they are. So that's definitely a bit suspicious. I don't think that you can really sort of turn a blind eye to that. Because you can't watch DVDs too. Honestly, Dan, I'm not. I wouldn't make use of that anyway. In all honesty, I haven't watched a DVD since we used to pirate them back in the day. You'd have like a Chinese person on a street corner, like just open up like a mat of DVDs. I don't think I watched DVDs since then. Like, I remember going to my uncle's at one point and spending time with my cousins there when we were younger, and watching like a legit DVD. But like from my own personal experience, it was just, yeah, just go to the Chinese man around the corner. No worries, Sammy. Take your time, mate. I'll respond when you come back. Just size of the heatsink, like half size of the console, which is designed. Ah, really? I never really heard anything about that. The only issue I ever heard about the console was regarding the liquid metal that would just ruin and short circuit the other components when it would leak. The good smell of pirated plastic DVD boxes. Oh yeah, you reminded me actually. There is oh my god, it used to hit me the most. I used to get like I had my console, what's the word? My PS2. I had my PS2 console. What's the word? Like, it was chipped, so I could play like pirated games on it. And so I'd go to Morocco and get games for 50p. They were 50p each. Any game, like all of them were 50p. And there were some, I don't know what was up with the box they were in, but you'd open them, especially if you haven't opened them in a while. You'd open it, it'd click open, there'd be that click, that plastic click, and then woof. Oh my god. And the CD, if you take, and sometimes when you would take out the CD after like a long gaming session and it was hot, it would be emanating that smell as well. Oh, that's a proper memory there, man. Nearly like a burnt smell. Yeah. I guess it probably has something to do with like the plastic molding. It was all cheap. It was all like super cheap, man. I mean, I feel like everything CD related was super cheap. Everything was just plastic, man. You'd buy like songs or like albums and they'd come in that thick like plastic case, but bro, you'd open that, you'd like loosen the hinges a bit, and it's just that's it. It's done. It's done for. It's over. Or sometimes you'd keep CDs in like a see-through like plastic thing that was super flimsy. Oh, 2000s was an interesting time, man. A cool time, definitely a cool time, but an interesting time too. Oh yeah, we've got 25 seconds to slow down. I remember that. Was it 25 seconds, 30 and 40? It wasn't 30 and 40. I think it was like 29 and 38. But I round them up to try and help me remember them. And it's funny that I actually remember the exact numbers. But maybe it's because I use that technique. The boxes would nearly feel oily. You couldn't open them or they wouldn't close at all, yeah. You'd keep trying to put pressure on them, like squeeze them, and oh man. Wow, man. And then you'd have the ones that you can like write on when you would store like music on them or like videos or pictures or whatever. You just write like what the thing is. And sometimes you'd have that like big binder, almost like a big binder. And then you'd open it and it was all like plastic wallets, and you'd put the CDs inside them, so you'd have like 4 or 6 CDs on each page. They were quite cool, quite handy, and actually fairly useful. Can you get the discount? Yeah, the struggles back then were, oh man, like, they were real struggles back then, but you look at them now and it's like, oh, they were so minor, man. So, I don't know, quirky. Look at this nonsense. There's no way, bro. There's no way this popped up and I can't even press it. I can't do anything with it. I can't see my mouse, so I can't press it. I can't, bro, just cancel. So that's messed up my scaling as well. My whole thing's just frozen. That was the stupidest thing I've ever encountered. What? Why? Why would that happen? Okay, I can hear in the audio that I'm looking around because I'm moving my mouse. But as you can see, there's nothing happening on the screen. Okay, I need to turn lossless scaling off. I'm gonna turn it back on. That timing was ridiculous, man. I think it would be sore after. Oh yeah, I remember just holding like I used to just play sometimes with the CDs on my finger and just like rotate them around. I can't have been the only one doing that. ASR, that's Windows, bro. I don't even blame CCleaner for that. That's just straight up Windows bollocks. Like I've got a main application open that's taken priority, like display priority. Why would you, for something that's not urgent, why would you do that? Why not wait until after I've closed the application that's taking all the resources and is at the forefront of my screen? There's just no logic to the way Windows does things. Although apparently they're changing their ways because they say that they're improving Windows search. Can you imagine it's taking them this long to acknowledge that Windows search is an absolute atrocity? They call me 5 disc man. I got a better question. Who did not play around with CDs? I put it in this finger start rotation. I don't know. Like, I've never seen anyone else do it, but like, come on. That's like one of those things, especially, I don't know. I feel like us guys, we have like a brain works in a particular way. There's no way with how instinctively I was doing it, I was the only one. That was just part of, adaptation. Oh my god, X-Men. Oh my god, you don't know what words were coming to my head when I was trying to figure out what that was then. Jesus Christ. Yo, that's what I call music CDs. We're goated. I never had one myself, but they were goated. Like when I would see the adverts and listen to the bangers they've put on, they never let me down. They just never let me down. It was a weird one. Like growing up in like a quite a strict Islamic household, music wasn't like we'd play radio, like the radio in the car, and like if there was something with music on it on TV, like maybe we'd tune in, but it wasn't like you'd have like you'd buy music CDs and just have them like banging every day. But there was one time, yeah, my dad got like 50 of these Lily Allen. Was it Lily Allen? No, it was someone else. Who else was like a Dido, 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 like 50 Dido CDs. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name, but like 50 or 56 of her CDs. I don't know where he found them, but he had a habit of just like finding things and just like bringing them home. And so we just had like 50 of those CDs, just 50 of her CDs of like one of her albums or one of her songs or something, just at home. Just no one ever did anything with them, but they were there. That was interesting. Kids don't know the fun of demo discs or even cheat discs. Oh mate, the demo disc I got with my PS2, it had Ratchet and Clank on it. I need to complete that. I used to have dreams. I used to dream of me going past where I'd always get stuck at because it was a demo. I used to literally dream, bro. It was that deep. It was absolutely that deep. And like I forgot about it for a long time. And over the years I've seen like, oh yeah, Ratchet and Clank game. But I've never really had the intention of, you know what, for my younger self, let me get this and complete it. So I think I need to do that at some point. I don't know if I can do it with the PS2 one. I don't know if I'd need an emulator. I don't know if they were available on PC as well, or whether like it was just a console thing. But it would be great if I could get the exact one that I had on the PS2 demo disc. Okay, I can't actually... I can't... I can't, like, register myself, which is quite interesting. Train line power is already on somehow. No problem. Instrument lights, let's turn those on. But you Ace, I've never seen a cassette tape or a oh my god, I used to have so much fun with cassette tapes. Oh my lord, just spinning them and spinning them and spinning them. I had no idea what I was doing. No idea what it actually meant. I just had so much fun doing it, boss. You know what I never had? I never had a cassette player. I never had a cassette player. Am I still scaled? I don't know. It says unscale, so I think so. I've pressed Control Alt S. It looks like it's slowed right down. C4, C4, C4. Okay. So if I press Control Alt S. Should be good now. Satisfaction of the tape getting ejected and it sounds. Whoops, I missed something. I always look away at the wrong time, innit? Satisfaction of the tape getting ejected and sounds. Well, like that click, it'd make like a couple clicks, wouldn't it? I think I remember that. I never actually I never did too much with cassette tapes, to be honest. We were more, we did a lot with video, like the VHS tapes. And I always found it cool that the thing would go inside a flap. You'd push the flap and then you would just see it go bonk bonk. That was cool. Oh, I think maybe I exceeded 45 kilometers an hour. I think that might have been it. What do we have in the other ends? 147. Interesting. Cab cars are an interesting experience. They seem like they shouldn't be there. They seem out of place. The use case makes sense, but they seem out of place. Blowing the Game Boy games. Okay, see now you've gone beyond my age range. See now you're just old. Now you're I'll get your birthday was the other day. Shall I get you a walking stick? I'll get you a walking stick and some blue pills perhaps. Holding on the PS so the game loads. That was a PS1 thing, wasn't it? So I had a PS1. My parents got me a PS1 with Tarzan on it. And I have the vaguest memory of being at home. All my family are around it. My uncle and my parents. And I'm there trying to play it. And no one's got a clue what's going on. No one's got a clue like how the thing works. How to make it work. And then they ended up taking it back to Argos. Which, you know, in hindsight, although I feel like could have been a bit more patient with it, and I could have worked it out eventually. I don't know if I would have gotten a PS2 when I did, if not for that. My parents were very much of the type of like, oh, you've already got this. Why do you need this? You know how hard it was for me to get PS3. It was, oh my god, it took so long for me to get a PS3, man, because I already had a PS2. Is he younger than me? I'm just kidding. I will tell you though, I did used to blow on the memory cards on the PS2. I don't really remember why. I don't vividly remember them not working. I don't know whether I just felt cool doing it. I don't know whether I did encounter some issues and I've just forgotten. But I remember the PS2 memory cards used to work pretty well. Crazy how much you used to be able to get into 8 megabytes, isn't it? Was it 8 or 16? I think the standard capacity was 8, but you could get 16 megabyte. Bro, it's so crazy how I just had no understanding of any of that. Now looking back at certain things, I wish I understood what I was doing. I used to run out of memory card space, man. And like I knew I needed another one, but just never got around to buying it. And it was always goated when game cases would come with a memory card slot. That was goated. Hello Dengo, your graphics look very good. Are you using Engine INI file? Yes, I am. I'm using JetWash's Beast preset for his graphics enhancement. Could get a big one. Yeah, bro, I don't even know how I got the one I had. I'll be honest. I assume it came with the PlayStation. One thing I remember being very cool though was when you'd go into the memory card and see the slot. Thank you very much for the follow, Dengar. Welcome on board. I don't know where that follower goal came from, the 431. I am not saying that. My follower goal is 500. Anyway. Well, where was I? Yeah, when you'd go into the memory card to sort of see what you had saved on it, all like the icons for the save games were like in 3D. And the fact that you could see them for all different games was cool in itself. But then the fact that they were like 3D modeled and would like move around, like spin around or something. They were animated somehow. That was extra cool. That was honestly extra cool. Hello Fab. Yes, I did get a haircut. Fairly fresh. Long overdue. I try and get them every month, but I sometimes get lazy. And then all of a sudden, the money I spend on it is actually quite important to hold on to. So I end up doing it once every couple months. Remember when games are under 30? Bro, I do. And I remember because I would like sit through the Argos catalogue, I would see the increase. It's console iteration by console iteration. And I was just like, raw, like I'm seeing this live. Oh, I think they started at 25, if I'm not mistaken. And then they went up to 30. By the time the PS4 came out, I think they were 35 to 40 pounds, around there. And I think they held that through the PS5 release. Wasn't it sad to see in the price increase for Cadbury's chocolate? But sad nonetheless. I don't know how I found you here, but nice. We're driving the same route. I drive as a train driver myself. Oh, nice. Greeting from Stuttgart. Thank you very much, Dengar. That's cool, man. Very, very cool. That's very cool. So I'm assuming you own this route yourself. In which case, if you do, how... I know it's set in a different era, but nonetheless, how does it compare to the real thing? How well have they hit the nail on the head? Also, I know it's going to be very easy for you to spot the flaws in my driving. I'm by no means a professional train driver myself. I may become one soon, but right now, I'm not. And if I do become one, it won't be in Germany. So, give me grace. You know the Houston Hospital pack doesn't still work at 805 is out. The West Coast Mainline South one. Yeah, an enhancement pack for a route is not affected by any trains that are released on that route. So you'll still see. I mean, when I was driving the Class 90 yesterday and the day before, you can see the branding, the LNWR branding on the trains at stations. You can see all the railway workers all over around. PS5 is 60-ish. What? No. They didn't get that expensive. Like, I'm sure there would be some outliers. But what? Generally speaking, games are 60. No way, man. Those are Nintendo prices. Nintendo prices. Nintendo's pricing is ridiculous. Scarlet Lee's. Oh, brother. You know, I had no idea you could, like, play games silently if you don't put a particular one in. I didn't know that. I used to have a lot of secret sessions at night when everyone would be sleeping. Almost got caught once. Actually, I don't know how I didn't get caught that time. Anyway. Yeah, I would have loved to have known that. I would have loved to have known that. But it was always cool. Well, I had like an adapter. So I had this thing, like my TV had a different input. So I'd put all the leads into this adapter and then put the adapter into the TV. It was quite spiky. I remember it being very sharp, like all the teeth in it. It's a very good recreation. There are a few minor details that aren't quite right, but otherwise it's very good. Nice one. Well, I know, for example, the passenger information systems, they should be like a flip board. Bless me. And that's not the case. I know the glass above Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof should be a bit dark, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it that it's dark and it shouldn't be? One of them. It's basically not super accurate. The delivery for the 423 was incorrect. They've corrected it now. I know that wasn't right. Obviously, the mixed consists. They've got that now. Well, that was specific to the 2000s era anyway. But yeah. Anyway, it's good enough to play and enjoy. Basically, I think that's the main thing. Can't say that for all of the routes. Is the West Coast Mainline and Hasselback worth it, or is it a performance dip? Well, they're two different things. Is it worth it? Yes. Does it hit performance? Also, yes. Also, is it easy to make God mode work for Medway Valley? God mode will work as long as you've got it installed in the game. Are you talking about like what I was talking about yesterday? In that case, yeah, because you have to download the editor, and then you basically download another file, then you do it through there, and then you add some lines, and it does seem like quite a bit of work. I won't lie. Not impossible, but yeah, a bit of work nonetheless. Xbox and PlayStation was 60ish. That's crazy, man. Bro, HDMI, yeah? Oh, brother. HDMI was like a diamond to me. Like, I absolutely had to have it. I was so gassed when I finally had the HD TV, because when I first got my PlayStation 3, I didn't have a HD TV. I was playing on like a big bum TV, and it wasn't great. It was not great at all, at all, at all, at all. So I finally got my little LG HD TV, and I had a HDMI cable. Using the HDMI port felt like something else, man. Something else. Can't you drop me the new God Docs of Medway? It's available in the forum, Fab. It's on the forums. If you go on the Dovetail forums, I think it's posted in the thread about Jetwash's graphic enhancement mod. If you go back a couple of pages, somebody's posted it there. Now we drive the class 442 between Tübingen to Stuttgart and Heilbronn. But I love the 111 and the wagons. It was a good time. So are these not in service now at all? Crazy how people think more of HDMI than DisplayPort. Well, the HDMI HDMI to DisplayPort wasn't really like a big mark compared to whatever we had before to HDMI. That was an incredible jump. And then DisplayPort was like a slightly more powerful HDMI, I think. I still don't fully understand it compared to HDMI. What's the new one, DVI? No, DVI's been around for a while. DVI's been around for a while. As far as I know, it was a HDMI standard that was the last one to be updated. I got to replace the DLC one only, or the INI one too. What are you referring to, Fab? No more 111 and wagons or service on DB. Okay. So that's why this timetable is set in 2018, I think. No, 2010. It's set in 2010. That makes sense. You've got all these people that are scared to get into the train. Your loss. It did get to that point where I needed coffee. I'm glad this stream seems to be doing fairly well. I was considering earlier when I was thinking about cancelling it. Like, I imagine I push myself to stream it, and then it's just like a dead stream, and then it's like, oh, I might as well have just gone to sleep. After this, I'm going out. Staying out until maybe 11. Coming back to 11. By the time I come back, going to be sorting out the twins during the night. I just don't know when I'm going to sleep. I have no idea how I'm going to do it. Literally no idea. When I got the graphics mod yesterday, it came with the God modes. Forget that bit, God mode. No, that God mode that came with the graphic mod. That one is separate. That one goes in your documents folder. If you read the manual, it shows you where to put it. Train Sim Mod 6, save games, and then you put it inside one of the folders there. That one you don't need to worry about. The only one that needs to be updated is the one in the DLC folder. That's the God Mode mod. In 2018 we ran 147 and then kind of partly 143, 101. You know what, Dengar? I find it very interesting that in Germany, you guys can operate completely different trains. Like, normally, you can operate different trains. In the UK, it's usually, as far as I understand, you have your one train. The train that you've trained, that you're trained to drive. That's the train you drive. You don't just jump from one train to another train to another train to another train. As far as I understand, I could be wrong. Maybe they do things differently, you know, in other parts of the UK, but at least in and around London, I'm pretty sure that's how it's done. See these boxes on the back of them. Bums. Big bums, that's what they used to have. That was no box, that was the BBL. Had to replace them both. No, just the one in the DLC folder. Just that one. You're currently taking 4 different trains then, oh wow. Very cool, man. Very, very cool. You're welcome to join our Discord then, Carl. I've got someone else in our community who is who's training, or who will start training soon to drive German trains as well. German trains, to drive trains in Germany. I think it's pretty cool to have you guys in the community. And as someone who is, myself being not someone who is I don't study the trains that I drive in the game. The information that I learn about them is from Dovetail games themselves, maybe from chat, from the forums, maybe from another video, the previous stream. I have all of these sources that give me information about the trains I drive, but there's a lot that I don't know about myself. So it's very cool to have someone who, you know, knows the details from personal experience of these trains, and something that maybe I can't see is wrong, or maybe something that I haven't noticed is done very well. You know, you can be able to point that out. I think that's very cool, man. Wow. No amount of tiredness can make that taste okay. Ooh. I cannot seem to find the updated God modes on the forums. It's under, if you look for the thread titled, it's got the same title as Jetwash's enhancement mod, his graphics mod. Like, the whole thread is about that mod, and he's there like replying to people's questions and stuff. If you go back a few pages, if you just look through the pages, go back one by one, look through them, you'll see people talking about God mode and updating it themselves. Thank you very much, Dengar. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you for stopping by and sharing a little bit of your knowledge about the route. Hopefully see you soon. I do stream this quite often. And I'll make early access content because I'm fortunately an ambassador. And yeah, man, would be cool seeing you again, man. Thank you very much for the follow. And welcome to the Discord. And have a great day. Have a great rest of your day. The brakes are very satisfying on this train. How good they are, very easy to control, and the sound they make. I do like the sounds. Not sure how accurate they are, but I think they do make a good sound. Oh. Dan, don't be a hater of your life. Don't be a hater. You know what? That sentence, not that exact one. The actual sentence was, "Don't be an idiot of your life." It was said by my maths teacher in either year 11 or year 10 or year 9 to someone in the class that was fooling around, and I don't know why it stuck with me. It's one of the it's probably the only thing that I can like say accurately from school that a teacher said, "What's going on here? Why has my frames gone to 0? What the heck?" Okay, let me just go back into in the cab. Everything was okay in the cab. Yeah, everything's okay here. I don't know what's going on outside. It's the only thing I remember from school. It's the only thing I remember. Like, I can paraphrase other things maybe if I tried, but that's the only thing I can accurately recall. Is "Don't be an idiot all your life." And I guess I took it on board because I didn't want to be an idiot all my life, even though it wasn't targeted at me. I think it made me think, I don't want to be an idiot all my life, you know? And that was it. Just went from there. I don't know what's going on with the frame rate here. Like, there's a super delay moving the camera, but it's only when I'm outside of the train. Inside of the train is okay. Bro, it takes like a second. There's like a second of latency. Okay, I'll say move when I move the mouse. Move, 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 move. Oh, yeah. Anyway, it seems to actually be getting better. Well, kind of. Oh, God, no, it's not. I don't know why it's completely fine in the cab, though. Okay, it's not completely fine in the cab. What is going on? It's completely bugging out. Selective memory. Oh, I have very selective memory, but why would my memory select that to remember? I found another the link. Don't work for me. When you say "don't work for you," like what? Like, do you get an error message when it opens up a new page? Are you not able to click it at all? Why all the tracks are stored in move? Because of lossless scaling. It's frame gen. Is generating half my frames. I'm basically playing the game at 30, and it's generating the rest. It just don't open fab. What if you click it and you right click it and then press open a new tab? Would that help? Our history teachers basically told us that our GCSE test that a lot of messed up. Whoa. That our GCSE test that a lot of us messed up on didn't matter. We went up after the test. We said, yeah, we all messed up or something. He looked around and goes, you know what? Those were the best teachers, man. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Those teachers who were just straight up like raw were the best ones, man. Whether it was them like coming at you hard or saying something along the lines of that, they were the ones who were actually trying to set you up for life. Whereas everyone else just followed what the government said. Okay, this is what you should teach these children. Mark, hello, good afternoon, my man. How are you doing? Okay, fab. I don't know when I'm gonna do my own one. But when I do, I will. I'll let you know. By the time that happens, the official one could have been updated. I don't know. But yeah, I can't emphasize how I have no time. I force. I have to force anything that I want to do, and there are something always has to give. There is always a sacrifice. I walked past a shop today that sells used. They sell used tech, including gaming hardware, and I saw a Thrustmaster HOTAS one. So it's got like it's for like flight simming. It's got like the throttle, and it's got like a yoke as well, like they're together. I took a picture of it. Let me get a picture. And the set was £55. Very, like I could have bought it there and then, you know. And I really thought about it because I've always said that not having something like this is the only reason. It's the only reason for me not flight simming. And I looked at it and I looked at it and I looked at it and I thought to myself, mate, I don't even have time to sim race. I was saying before the twins were born, I was saying when they come, there's going to be a little bit of a break from streaming. And after that break, I'm going to go quite heavy on sim racing. I haven't sim raced once. I mean, how can I invest in flight simming knowing I don't even have time to do things that I actually really want to do, like my number one passion? Just doesn't make any sense. He's your favorite? I can't say that teacher was my favorite, Dan. He was a top guy. He was a top guy, but you know, yeah. My history teacher was interesting, to say the least. Interesting. I'll never forget one day how he just flipped. And he was always like very soft, very soft. He had a girlfriend, but like he was soft to the point where like he's just his general character, personality, where we really suspected he was gay. Turns out he had a really attractive girlfriend that we saw like a couple of times. Anywho, he was always super calm, super patient. And then, but I don't know what it was, man. We used to really take the piss. And then what tipped him over the scale was a friend of mine saw a snail on somebody's table, and he grabbed this girl's book, and he just smashed the snail with the girl's book. So I think the history teacher caught wind of it, and he lost it. He lost it screaming. I think he flipped a chair. I think he flipped a couple of chairs. Then he just stormed out. And naturally, we were just sat there laughing our asses off. You know, there was another history teacher who was also like super calm, chill. And again, we also thought he was gay. But he was like really meek and like really like just humble, like proper, like I don't know. Like you look at him, you think, oh, like, this guy wouldn't hurt a fly. He's dressed like it, had the haircut, and then oh my days, his girlfriend was banging. I know obviously this is school, like hormones are doing their thing, puberty is doing its thing. Oh my days, we thought she was so hot. He brought her in once. We were like, right, like, and everyone started rating him after that. Like, everyone looked at him differently after that. That was a good move. I'm dying of the heat. I'm in Spain till Wednesday and it's hotter than a volcano. Where in Spain are you, Mark? I think you told me yesterday, mate, but I forgot. No surprise. He came back after a year of looking after his wife. Oh, bless him. Education minister was in the school that day too. We welcomed him back and goes, thanks. Lads for the welcome back. Sounds good, lads. What a legend, man. Was it secondary school? What a legend. They don't make him like that anymore, do they? I can't imagine so. Do I miss school touch my childhood? Fab, there are certain moments that I miss. But do I miss my childhood or like school in a way like, oh, I wish like if I could go back to that, I would. Like, I take the opportunity to like live it again. No. Absolutely not. No, it wasn't fun for the most part. It wasn't fun at all. One of the boys fell asleep and he got the biggest book I've ever seen. They used to do that a lot, didn't they? I forgot about that. They used to do that a lot. I tell you what, though, those little naps in school, in class, were good, especially during the summer. Oh my days, they used to hit hard. What he describes as our religious teacher who is old school technology. I also worked in a school. And if it sounds piss her off, you heard about. That's a huge risk, you know, having your missus work in a school, especially in a secondary school. I won't lie. There was this teacher. I don't even remember what she used to do. I think she was generally an assistant teacher. She would cover like random lessons here and there. She was hot, and like it was made known to her daily. Like she had the skin for it. She was built tough. She took It was harassment. I won't lie. It was a straight up harassment, and she took it daily. She just turned it into banter and whatever. And on one day, her sister came in, and I think her sister wanted to work in the school as well, doing like the same thing that the one that already worked in the school did. Bro, she was equally as hot. Equally as hot. She made an appearance. One day. She lasted a day. Couldn't handle the harassment. She lasted a day. Never saw her again. Like that particular school, it was by no means anywhere near the worst school in the area, or in that side of London. But oh my days, man. Barcelona. Okay, yeah. I need to go to the beach there, Mark. Go bloody cool off, man. Go enjoy the sand through your feet. I believe the beach in Barcelona is a nudist beach, so go enjoy some. You know, have a good time, man. He was the only teacher listening to some music in class. Oh, that was a vibe, bro. You'd have the phone in your inside pocket and run there, because obviously, you know, back in the day, wired. You'd run the phone through your blazer arm inside. So then the earpiece would stick out on your wrist, and then you would just like lean on your arm, listen to music. Oh my days. What a throwback. What a throwback. And it was such a vibe as well. I'm not going to lie. Some days, like, I don't know. Between napping and listening to music in class, sometimes the wrong things felt really good. The music used to help me lock in. I'm not going to lie. Listening to music in class genuinely used to help me lock in. Oh, 60. 60 is not... The 60 is not bad, Mark. 60 is not bad at all. I thought it was like 30s or something. But yeah, go cool off in the beach, man. As long as you're not on duty, of course. If you're good for the rest of the day, go enjoy yourself. Whoops. Okay. Charger is tweaking. Why within it? Oh man, it tastes like this. Oh. It's let us leave early too. What time did you guys used to finish school? Because I know just before us, our school, before we started that school, they used to finish at like 2:30 or something, and then we came and then changed it to 3:10. But I know some other schools around used to finish early still. Man is 80, I'm gonna throw myself in the pool. Probably dry heat. I don't know. Spain, where Spain is based, I think they've got quite a nice sun there. Now, it can get uncomfortably hot in Spain, but I've experienced that when it's like 30s. But you've got the beach there. You've got like the sort of the sea wind or the sea breeze blowing in. 3. That's not bad at all, man. That's not bad at all. I remember 3:30, but I don't know where I remember that from. It was for sure 10 past 3. What an awkward time. Not 3 o'clock, not quarter past, or half past, but 10 past. It's a weird one. I want to come back to London where it's more nice and cold. Well, mate, when it does get warm here, it's a disgusting warmth. At least over there, you don't have that humidity, you know. In London, it's that horrid warmth. At least over there, it's like it's pure, you know. It's real. It's raw. Sixteen's hot for us. Not hot. Like I think generally in the UK, 16 would be considered warm. Hot is more like, to me, hot is okay. You're outside, you're not sweating. If you haven't got anything blowing on you, you start to feel a bit uncomfortable. I think that would be hot. I think 16 is like, it's nice to be out. It's pleasant, you know. You don't have to wear a coat. You don't have to wear anything warm. You don't have to take out an umbrella with you, or you might still do actually. '22 is a good summer. Yeah. I don't know how it is in Ireland, but in London, that would be perfect. Because anything more than that gets very uncomfortable very quickly. Remember, the houses we have, and it's the case in Ireland as well, our houses are built to keep the heat in. When you go to countries like Spain, any country in the Mediterranean, any country in Africa, all those buildings, Greece, Turkey, they're built to keep heat out and coolness in. Whereas we're the complete opposite. So when it gets warm, if you're indoors, it will quickly build up. And even when you go outside, you'd have humidity to contend with. But then that would kick in at like 25, 26 and beyond. I won't lie though, the last record heat that we had was when I had my moped. And I'll tell you what, mate, football shirt as well, so you know it's like proper thin material, shorts, and just like riding in the wind. It was just a treat. It was really just a treat, you know? I mean, what did I do to deserve that? And it's like everyone's suffering, everyone's struggling, everyone's moaning. I was loving it, man. I was absolutely loving it. I've really been considering getting a ped, man. Just to kind of whiz from A to B. But let me sort out a car first. And move on to that later on. Wish I could be in my plane and put the aircon on full. Wait, don't you have aircon in your hotel room, Mark? I thought aircon was pretty common in Spain. Sevilla's not for the weak. Sevilla's not for the weak. We're in for like 60, 70 days of the year here from the start of the year. 44 degrees, really? Mad thing. I think the record here was 37, if I'm not mistaken. How the hell was it warmer in Ireland? And yeah, it was 2022. It was 2022. I think. No, it couldn't have been actually. No. I'm thinking 2019. Either 2019 or 2018. But I'm pretty sure it was 2019. Well, bear in mind, ASR, it's going to feel different to somebody who is used to cold weather. If you take somebody from Sweden or from Denmark or Norway or Finland and put them in maybe 15 degrees Celsius heat, maybe they could overheat, you know? They could generally overheat. But you take someone from the Sahara Desert, and put them in an oven, could be okay. Well, yeah, but that's my point. The UK is cold and wet 90% of the year. So although your body is more adapted to handling the heat, and you know, you're able to do so, that's because of where you are. But if you were born and raised and lived all your life in somewhere that was a lot colder, a lot wetter, then your body would adapt to that. Basically, yeah, it does work the other way around. So yeah, genuinely, if you were to come to the UK ASR, from the logic that I'm using, you would feel it a lot more than we do. Because your body wouldn't be as adapted. Isn't this meant to move? I feel like this is meant to be operational, or is that for brakes? Maybe that's for braking. Man with the windshield 2 is perfect. See, this is the thing. That is no... What do you mean that's perfect, brother? That's cold. That's cold. I wouldn't want to be outside in that degree. Well, I wouldn't mind it, but like, I'd rather not. I'm more a high teens, like low to high teens, low 20s. That's a bit of me. That's a bit of me right there. Okay, in that case then, the humidity would make up for it. The humidity makes up for it. So it feels like it's probably closer to like the mid-teens. Which isn't too bad at all. Noise makes this so dramatic. Yes, ASR. I saw like a question on Twitter where somebody asked, and would you rather be too hot or too cold? And there was an answer that said too cold because then I could just put layers on, whereas if it's too hot, what, are you going to take your skin off? We just have to contend with it. Get my razor, that is vile, man. Vile and scary. I'm starting to question how much I'm enjoying Mafia 3. It seems to be very repetitive. I think it was an issue a lot of games suffered in that era. You just do the same thing again with different names. I'll play through it anyway. I'm actually very happy I am where I am. Everything I said I would do, I've done. I played through GTA 4, all the editions, finished them. Played Mafia 1, played Mafia 2, finished both of them, and I'm playing through Mafia 3. Proud of that. I said I was going to do it, and somehow, in the midst of everything, I'm finding the time to do it. Just go hairless. Unless you're a bear with fur, ASR. I don't know how much of a difference shaving will make. Now, if you go skinless, that's a different matter. Although then your nerves are exposed, and that might just be painful. So I think you'd rather just contend with the heat. Skinless equals death. Does it have to equal death though? Could one survive with no skin? Right. With an hour to go, let me try and think. Could I go for longer? I think I think I'm gonna start getting ready at like 5:45 to head out. Would I need the time between 5 and 5:45 for anything? It's not enough time to take a nap. If I do, I think I might wake up feeling even worse than I did before. Hmm. We'll see. We'll see. Bonjour, Jackson. How are we today? Tired, bro. Tired, man. I've had, I think, a little bit less than 3 hours sleep. I don't know when I'm next going to sleep because I've got things happening non-stop until maybe tomorrow morning. So I'm quite anxious about that. Other than that, I'm pretty good. Pretty good, man. Um, yeah. But I mean, that's a given the situation. No blood, ASR. How can you be... What do you mean? It's a bit scary, isn't it? Right, what train should we drive? Why is the ICT... Was the IC... Oh yeah, the 2000s. Oh wow, it was the first year of the ICTs. Got a lot of liveries for the S-Bahn 423. Could do an S-Bahn service. I think I'm going to do a 101 service. Oh, 218 is there as well. You know what? I haven't driven the 218 in a long time. I like this livery. Bro, I can't. I can't. The only option I could have had was canceling the stream, and I really thought about it, bro. And I thought, nah, man. Like I vowed. Could not find. Aha, finally some help. Okay, it doesn't really help. Social door state change passenger door FL. Okay, what does that even mean? Um, I think low key that might be related to the 423. If I'm being honest, um, I remember being told something about the 423 will cause crashes. What was it? What was it? What was it? What was it? Oh, okay. No, that's not it. That's not too bad. No, that's something different. Okay. Question is it the train? Is it the route? Well, it's not the route. The route ran just fine. So is it the timetable? When you lose skin, you bleed. Until you fall over a hard surface. Yeah, but you said no blood. Ah, because you're skinless, then you lose all your blood. Okay, okay, okay. I hear you. I hear you. But what if, like, you remove enough skin that you lose the skin, but your blood is still kept in your body? Should have cancelled it additional hours. It is important, bro. It is, and like, you know, I've spoken on it enough times, but um, I made the promise. It was not really a promise, but I did say, I think it was last week, that I wanted to like take the streams more seriously because I was canceling a lot for like valid reasons, but I was prioritizing like videos over the streams. Um, and so I wanted to like take the streams a bit more serious. And honestly, bro, I need to push myself. Everyone has a limit, and you need to respect your body and your health. But I I I'm a little bit annoyed that I don't have that energy that I had in like my early to mid 20s. I was working like 50 to 60. I was working 56, I think it was 56 hours a week, 11 hours a day, 6 days a week, and just doing so much even outside of work. Like I just had this hunger, and I was willing to just push myself with no limit. And to be fair, I paid the price. One of the delivery jobs that I did damaged my back, um, and I still suffer from it today. But anyway, I had that hunger. I won it back. So I need to push myself. You might get easily infected by some virus bacteria. Well, yeah, but you'll still survive. You'll die eventually, but you could go some time skinless. Is that time a long time? No, but it would be some time regardless. I'm going to try a different train on this timetable, and if it crashes, then it means that one of the other trains is the problem. And I'm thinking it's one of the S-Bahn trains, but I'm not 100% sure. But if it does crash again, then I think I would just stick to the. I would just stick to the 2018 timetable, and oh, there's barely anything with the 101. No, that sucks. Yeah, I'll stick to the 2018 timetable and figure out the issue in my own time. Okay, I didn't want to do the S bonds. Let's do. I haven't got the complete mod for this. I'm pretty sure this might be why. When I reinstalled the game, there's a there's something for this DLC that you put somewhere else that I didn't do. I think that would be why it's crashing. Hello, is that Jan? Good to see you. Okay, yeah. I believe, you know what? I could just sort this out real quick right now if I can find it. We're finally back to 20 subs again. Yes, thanks for Chuck Jackson. Chuck came in, gifted 10 subs in one go, and then gifted like 3 separately. So yeah, man. Because that was on like 9, I think. And he went hard. So yeah, and that's why I'm not changing the goal, because like it's gonna go back down a month from now. So right, where was it? Where would it have been? Where would it have been? Where would it have been? Patches would it have been under other or utilities? Let me look through these ones first. No, these are all the ones that are here. It's not here. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. This one. Download that. Verification. Are you taking the mic? Bro, I'm not a bot, bro. I'm not a robot. Just download. There's no way, right? there's no way. I can't prove that I'm not a bot. There's no way. It's Jan. Okay, nice one. Well, welcome, Jan. Glad that I pronounced your name correctly. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let's chuck some kind of side open. Chuck's a good guy, man. Good guy. He's been through a lot. He's been through a whole lot. I cannot believe this, bruv. I actually can't believe this. I actually really need this mod. Because I think that's what's causing the crashes, the fact that I don't have it. Because this is that mod. And I'm assuming dependencies. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, but also I need to optionally that in user content. Ah. So there's something I'm missing. No, but these are just pack files. Ah, the SBS goes in saved user content. Okay, let me do. Okay, okay. So it worked there, but it's not working for the other one. And like it's not tied to the mod, I don't think. What are we doing here? Okay, now it's just worked. Great. Thanks. Thank you. Although I shouldn't have closed that actually. Reopen, close tab. Because I need to know where this goes. Right. Let's bring you here. Let's bring the downloads here. So, I think both of you go in the same place. Saved user content, yeah. So cut both of these. And documents. My games, change to mod 6. Saved user content. Oh, for fuck's sake, I've got both of them here. They're both here. Why? What are they doing here? God damn it. So it's not that mod. What are they doing there? I reinstalled the game. I deleted that folder. And I don't remember reinstalling that mod. Okay, so something... It seems like it's something completely different. Okay, never mind. We'll just stick to the 2018 timetable then for now. I decided to buy the export one for 5, so now I'm kind of broke. £30 is diabolical. Why didn't you wait for a sale then? It is bugged, you know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if the train itself is bugged, although there are some inaccuracies, but the scenarios are definitely bugged. A very annoying bug as well. I would have advised a sale, man. Especially if it's left you broke. You shouldn't have bought any DLC, sale or not sale. Oh, sorry, Jackson. Hold on. Oh no, it's broken. It really is broken. I also don't know why you guys have got a black screen. That shouldn't be the case. That's quite interesting. It's quite profound. Was there a black screen when the game was loading before? Or is it just now that there's a black screen? Okay. Well, I'll wait for the game to fully load, and then we'll see. Oh, I think I might have turned it off by accident. I did. Interesting. I'm checking my cables. Everything's plugged in nice and tight. Tabbing in, tabbing out, tabbing in. Spanish Grandmaster of Wood Beating. What an insane title. I'm sure someone out there would be very proud to have that. ASR, would you be proud to hold that title? Would you be proud to be the Spanish Grandmaster of Wood Beating? I would be honored personally, but I'm not Spanish, so it would have to be the Moroccan Grandmaster of Wood Beating. Although the more accurate would be the Spanish Grandmaster of Beating with Wood. It was indeed, yes, Jackson. It was absolutely the wood beating, yes. I'm tempted to give it one more try. I won't, but I'm tempted to. I'll leave it. Let's go back to journey mode. I guess we're not going to look at the updates for Stuttgart. We're instead going to drive a. There should be a 147 because it's coming from Nexolum. Whereas when we were driving the Dosto, we were going to Nexolum. Nexolum. I don't know how you pronounce it. How do you pronounce it, Jackson? I'm quite intrigued at what issues Dovetail found that were severe enough that even they held back a release. That's crazy. That's very crazy. Because I have had no issues. I think they said the issues were with the new timetable. Oh, the train number's already there. I think they said the issues were with the new timetable. However, I'm on the new timetable, and it's fine, and it's always been fine. Els, what you doing on YouTube, brother? I thought about you yesterday. I was like, yo, where's Els? He wasn't around yesterday. He wasn't around the day before or Monday. But I said probably working. See, I see you're my man, bro. I care about you, man. You think I'll just violate? Come on, bro. If you look up Catalonian would be, it comes right up. It's that little character, isn't it? That little character.
RFB, RFB, RFB.
ASR, this is a bit of you. Let me turn this on this screen, just for you. There you go. I know you like to see the axles and what they're up to. The red nose log. I know Germany's not. I know Germany's not innocent of some weird culture thing as well. So what have you got going on in Germany, Jackson? Chuck really went hard the other day. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? So Chuck gifted 10 subs, 10 tier 1 subs. He cheered 500 bits, and he gifted a sub to Nabil. And I think he also, it's not showing up on my thing, but he also gifted a sub to somebody else. So 12 gifted subs, 500 bits. I don't know how much he spent on that, but my cut from that was $10. Yeah, I've turned it off, Els. Thank you, bro. Was it $10? No, it was 5. Hold on, let me check. Let me check my earnings page. I think the earnings have gotten a lot worse than they were before. A lot worse. Where's my Twitch page? Ugh, the website's being weird. Desktop site, please.
Zugbeeinflussung.
So, the 500 bits were, yeah, okay, they were about $6 each. So 12 gifted subs, I got only $6 from it. And hold on, I can actually see the precise number. So I got $5.72. I got $5.72, and from the 500 bits, I got $5. That's definitely a lot worse than what I remember. Beer haram. Beer is indeed haram. But yet somehow it's what you get in heaven, apparently. Quite odd. But people are not gonna like it if I go down that rabbit hole. Work tonight to your L's, bro. God give you strength, man. I really do appreciate you, and what you do. Like, it's a lot. Like, you're going so hard out of your way for a lot of people that probably aren't gonna give a crap half the time. That's real shit, man. Did he refund? Nah. That's just like that's just the earnings from that. It's ridiculous. Those AI data centers won't pay for themselves. Very interested to see where this bubble goes. I've now come to accept that it's very likely that we are in an AI bubble. I wouldn't say I was in denial. I was doubting it. I wanted to wait a bit more and see how things played out, but seeing Sora get locked off and the situation be what it be, yeah, it's looking more and more like a bubble. Well, I think this is the irony of it, Els. It's when you get a certain number of subs and bits and stuff, then your earnings become 50-50. They become, I think it starts off 30-70, then 60-40, then 50-50. So it's like the more money, so like when you don't really need the extra cut anyway, that's now when Twitch will allow you to have more money. It doesn't really make sense to me, I'm not gonna lie. It's like the richer get richer kind of thing. Like, wouldn't it be better? Oh, this is a horrible stop. Horrible. Wouldn't it be better for Twitch's pockets if the people that were making less anyway got the 50-50 cut, and then the more money they made, the bigger cut Twitch took? I don't know. That would make sense to me. Because this way, Twitch are losing a lot more money. We love the little boys who are serving you beer. That is diabolical. You do it because you love it. That's it, bro. No one can take that from you. it's a bubble. I'm more my thinking's more biased towards that, and I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing where it's gonna go, for better or worse.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug RB nach Stuttgart
Yeah,
Hauptbahnhof.
exactly.
Wir wünschen
Exactly. That's
Ihnen eine
literally it.
angenehme
Yeah,
Reise.
that's literally
Nächste
it.
Station Laufen Neckar. Ausstieg in
There's
Fahrtrichtung
no
links.
way it's gonna go anywhere, but this hype is yeah, it's gonna go down. I just wonder who's gonna take the hit of a lot of the investments that have basically gone to crap. Oh, Jackson, yes. Yeah. I thought it was just kids in general, like the kids that die young. Basically, that's the belief, that the kids that die young will be like servants in paradise, and you know, you'll get the virgins, the women. Like surely, just logically thinking. Oh, it's specifically on. Okay, I will. I need to read it myself to confirm, but it's just a bit interesting that that's the goal. You know, that Almighty God is focused on giving men women as a prize. You know, it's I don't know, just logically putting everything into perspective. It's things get very interesting. Hey, Sammy. I will be back very shortly. Very shortly. Well, Jackson, you say a human wrote it. You look at the human that these words came from, because they did come from a human, and how they lived their life. And then that's also very interesting. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. But facts are facts. If you decouple from the love of it and you look at it just logically. Anyway. You know me, bro. I'll say how it is. They're not going to like it. They ain't going to like it. But I'm more than happy to have that conversation. You know me, man. In an island far, far away, ASR. Let's not talk about that person's island and what his connection is to that too. They ain't gonna like that one either. Right, let's bring myself back, shall we? Let's put a face to the controversy.
Nächste Station Laufen Neckar. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Also, an interesting thing I've learned as well is that religion is around is like centered around God, right? Generally speaking, any religion is centered around a higher being. Let's say the majority of religions are centered around someone who is called God. But what I've noticed is that the love for that religion is beyond the love for God that is served through that religion, if that makes sense. I'll never forget having a conversation with someone very dear and close to me that I love very much. And like my reason for coming to Christ was having a personal experience with him and having personal experiences with him since. And so I said to the person, like, don't you want to like know him for yourself? Like, you love God so much, don't you want to know him for yourself? And the person responded by saying, why would I want that? Like, why would I want to know God personally? That blew my mind. That blew my mind. And that was when I realized it's not actually about loving God, it's about loving the religion. And that's why a blind eye is turned to the atrocities and excuses are made, the most ridiculous excuses for the actions taken by the respective associates. Well, this is the thing, Dan. You've got 3 books that have a similar pathway from God, and then you've got other, like if you look at Hinduism, for example, and I think Buddhism as well. They're more saying, I think their story is completely different with regards to a higher being. And I'm sure there are other religions that are like have their own sort of pathways. John, hello, welcome.
Beeinflussung.
How are you doing?
Sifa.
There is actually some more to explore on that right hand screen, but it's all in German. Egyptian as an example is best go. I don't know much about like the Egyptian belief system. Like realistically, I think Egypt and I just think like mummies and hieroglyphics. But I don't know about their specific like system and how it works. Does it seems that way, ASR, according to the screen, it seems that way. Simulgraph can obviously be a bit funny sometimes, but yeah. Hey, give me. John, fuck off, mate.
Sifa.
Anyway, it does seem like that, ASR, but I haven't like heard it spoken about in a stream, or I don't know the level of detail that's gone into that part of the train specifically. I know, right, Dan? I'll make a fool out of you. Gonna make a whole chicken. You're gonna make a whole chicken. Science has gone. Wow, science has gone fast. Science is quite advanced. What are you going to name the chicken? I'm happy I only need to do 1 flight on Wednesday, Barcelona to Southend, and during the time of takeoff. Oh, is it another early start, Mark? Oh no. I feel like you might generally get a better set of passengers. Actually, no, probably not. Probably not.
SIFA. SIFA.
You know what? The first time I saw that message, that bot message, I actually fell for it. And when you like start actually going into it, it seems like the process actually seems completely legit. But I realized it once I started actually, because you add the person and you'll actually start having a chat with them. Could be a bot, I don't know. But yeah, it felt off enough that I was like, okay, see you later. There's a funny old one where someone will add you on Discord and tell you that they bought something from CSGO and they used your username by accident because they used a username that was really close. And now you need to contact Steam and sort it out. And then they provide screenshots and everything. You can very easily fall for it. I thought it was legit at first. And I kept telling the person, they were like, yeah, if you don't pay and sort it out with Steam, they're gonna like ban your account. I was like, okay, well, you sort it out with them. It's nothing to do with me. If you use my name, that's your own problem. You sort it out with them and tell them that you made a mistake. Oh no, but you need to do it because it's your name and they're gonna think it's you and And okay, that's fine, that's great, but it's got nothing to do with me. I didn't do anything. So you reach out to Steam. And they basically ended up getting frustrated and then blocking me. Like, it's a real person. It wasn't a bot. It was a real person. By the way they responded to me before they blocked me. It's crazy, man. People will really, like, spend the time to, like, scam you. And fair enough. I mean, I've done that before, but I did that when I was 12, 13. And I felt like a hacker. I'm going to get emergency brakes here.
Störung.
Knew it.
Störung. Zwangsbremsung. 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 Zwangsbremsung.
Like, I would have easily slowed down to 100. I would have easily slowed down in time. The magnets
SIFA.
don't see it the same way.
SIFA. Zwangsbremsung. 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 Zwangsbremsung.
Rosemary, potatoes, rice.
Zwangsbremsung. Zwangsbremsung.
I am Mr. Funny. Thank you very much. I don't think I haven't had rosemary potatoes before. Rice is hit and miss. Depends on how you want to make them. But even if you told me how you're going to make it, I still won't, like, convert that to my taste buds. So my safest bet is mash. Nice buttery mash. I had some beautiful mash at the Shard. It was to die for, man, with some lobster. Love what I said to John. I mean, it was the only thing worthy of saying. Send the company email, they fix it. That's it. But the person's got to do it that has the issue, not me. The bro falls for every scam. No, I don't. Some of them, not all of them. And the ones that I do fall for, it's not enough to actually put myself in hot water, thankfully. Can we shut that thing off? What thing off, Mark? Are you talking about the safety systems in the train?
Nächste Station, Walheim. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
You know what? With the power of AI, Dan, you very well could be a bot. Like, an AI would know to make that joke. Do you get it? An AI that's been trained well would know to make that joke. Bro, the ones where, like, they'll call you and pretend like that you're, like, a loved one of yours is in danger, and, you know, the one where they use, like, a voice changer. There's been businesses that have lost millions because, like, they've done a video call and the person used, like, an AI face thing and voice clone. Like, it's actually a little bit nuts. phone was bugging out. But I could only see like the reflection of it. Like a bright green light. Like that was flashing. I have no idea what it was. It's not overheating. 1 a.m. Oh, sorry, I did miss that message, Mark. Yeah, 1 a.m. in the morning. That's rough, man. So, like, do you sleep beforehand? Do you just ride it out? Either way, it sucks. But hey, at least you get back in, like, the early hours. Well, actually, by the time you get home, because you'll land at Southend, by the time you get to wherever you live,
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen
might be like 7, 8 in the morning.
RB nach Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme
So it
Reise.
sucks
Nächste
either way.
Station, B
Unless you get yourself a hotel
Ausstieg
in Southend.
Fahrtrichtung links.
Wow. Bro said 12 books. Yeah, when you work alongside AI, when you work with it and not have it work for you, if that makes sense, you can achieve greatness. Spain and I is like finding someone in a maze. What, in terms of just getting around generally, or flying, or like maneuvering in the airport? Which part is like finding someone in a maze? Well, a bit of Barcelona's shaped like a maze, ASR. All them straight roads that we discussed the other day. That's like a maze within itself, mate. Some of the lines they wrote are actually quite good. Oh yeah. And if you use AI often, it becomes quite easy to spot its like quirks, like the AI specific things that it will say. I don't think I've stopped properly in any of these stations on this run. But I'm chatting away, so I'll excuse myself. Yeah, if you could remove the very obvious AI bits, people aren't going to know that it was AI. Lima 9 Sierra.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im
That's crazy. Was it just ChatGPT that you used?
Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme
In the
Reise.
metro, in Spain, no thanks, you have more chance of getting a phone taken there than London.
Ausstieg
Really?
Fahrtrichtung rechts.
ASR, can you confirm or deny?
Sifa.
That is quite the statement comparing it to London. Whole chimkin in the oven, bruv. That is a philosopher's statement right there. Whole chimkin in the oven, bruv. That's amazing. That's fantastic. That is. That is one of the chats of all time. Oh, you used one built into to the iPhone. I don't know. I don't know what Apple uses actually. Like I know Samsung uses Gemini, which, for the odd question here and there, it can be helpful. For everything else, though, it's completely useless. Like, yeah, cool. I can ask it a question, it will answer me. That's fantastic. But when I need it, for example, like I'll do the washing up, and then I'll pause the video for some reason, but then now my hands are too wet to press the screen or to navigate back to YouTube. So I say, yo, Google, can you play the video that's on the screen? And it will just start talking rubbish. It will be no, but in like 6 different paragraphs. I just need you to just play the video that's on the screen right now. That's it. It's not too much to ask. If you can't do that, then it's not very useful to me. Coffee has not done much, you know. Coffee really hasn't done much. I don't even know how long this run is. When are we due to get to Stuttgart? 5:15 in game time. Okay, 20 minutes from now. Okay, we'll be finishing a little bit after our intended time. Maybe I do try and take a nap. I don't know. But a nap that short, it's gonna go one of 2 very extreme ways. Either I'm gonna feel incredible afterwards, or I'm gonna feel like death. There's no in between. I could try and extend the nap to 6 o'clock. No. Oh no. Oh no, I need to leave at 5:45.
Nächste Station Bietigheim-Bissingen. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
Oh, it's beautiful, man. 5 o'clock and blue skies, sun's out, looking all beautiful and gorgeous and cute. So I like my days, man. Can we just get rid of GMT, bro? Why can we just stay in BST? It's an hour difference. It's not going to hurt anybody. Allow it. Gonna fill his house up with onions and oranges now. That's what we do in Morocco. Nice, good stuff. Relatable. Lemons too. Lemons too. We use lemons a lot. Okay, I need to see what my phone's doing because it's properly bugging out. Okay, I've recorded it. I've recorded what it's doing, so you can see for yourselves. I know that I'm not overreacting. What the heck is this? This is the front. This is the front of the phone. That's the screen. It's just bugging out on the bottom. What the heck is that? It's like a green line just tweaking. Oh, that sound. Remember how many people complained about that sound when that logo came out? Oh, it's bad for tinnitus. Oh, it's giving me tinnitus. Oh, my ears. Oh, I can't bear it. Oh, this. Oh, that. Oh my god, there are so many wimps in the train sim community. I won't even lie. Imagine if the CD163 with its racket came into the game. I think people would just die. People would just fall dead as they're playing. My phone gave up a long time ago, Mark. I will do, Jan. Let's finish this run first, and then I will show you afterwards. ChatGPT agrees with my cooking instructions. Wait, what were your cooking instructions?
Sehr geehrte
20 minutes is optimal because you don't reach a deep sleep cycle. Wake up in a deep sleep cycle. If you that's the thing. Yeah, that's the one.
Stuttgart
That's the one. So
Updates.
20
Wir wünschen
minutes.
Ihnen eine
I can bang out at 20 minutes. It just depends on how long it takes me to fall asleep in the first place.
Fahrtrichtung rechts.
But I think we would definitely not go beyond 20 minutes. I think 20 minutes is best case scenario. Has a life of its own now.
Sie fahren.
Release me. 500 hertz magnet. It has done just that. That 45 or 85? I think that's 45. That's 45. $170 to 180 at 20 minutes to the pound. 20 minutes to the pound. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? 20 minutes to the pound.
Sie fahren.
Gonna switch over to the right, and then to the right again. I wonder where that set of tracks goes that we just departed from. Minutes at each pound it weighs. Ah, you measure in pounds. You know, I've got no understanding of like the pounds conversion to. Sorry, wow, pound conversion to kilos. A lot of people seem to just get it, and I thought that was more of an American thing. But like a lot of people here seem to just get it. I think it's like it's like half the kilogram equivalent, and then you add a bit on top, I think. Bro, give me some time. Give me some breathing room. I saw it. I went to press it. By the time I went to press it, it started calling out. I'm not that slow. I think I'm gonna use my controller for the last stretch. Don't know why I haven't been using it today. It's not like I've been using the electric brake separately, which I should be doing, and I have started doing when I drive German locos, but I'm not like properly on top of it. I don't think that necessarily equates to that, Jackson. The other day, the police found a big underground network in, I don't know how to pronounce it, Melilla, to transport drugs through the border. From where? Morocco? When you say underground, was it literally underground, or underground as in just hidden away? I want KFC, man. I walked into KFC, I started like looking at the screen and the menu, and then I told myself, no, there's food at home. But I still want it. I think I have a valid reason to get it tonight. I've given myself an excuse. Although I don't actually know where the nearest one is to where I'll be going. And I don't know where the nearest one is to me. Oh, no, I do. Too far to walk. Got KFC in Spain. How does a KFC in Spain compare to the to what you've had in the UK, Mark? Assuming you've eaten it there. They said 3 levels of tunnels with like, whoa. It's crazy, you know. Like in the criminal underworld, there are some really smart people, really smart, and it's insane what they use their knowledge to achieve. Everyone speaks Spanish. Well, no. Well, I would have, I would have assumed that. I meant more so in terms of the food. How does the food taste? Because sometimes they'll go to a different country and eat at the same place, and it will taste different. Like McDonald's tastes better in Morocco than it does in the UK, but the KFC there tastes exactly the same, except you get like bread, but they call it. You know how like Americans get that bread that they call biscuits for some reason. You get that in the Moroccan KFC. It does help out, you know, in terms of like filling you up a bit, but it's just as expensive. Like rubber. Wow. So worse than the UK? Because I feel like UK has pretty nice KFC, if I'm being honest.
Nächste Station, Ludwigsburg. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
More so Bengali
Sifa.
ASR.
Sifa.
Yo, why are we not slowing down? Oh my god, because my throttle is still on. This train doesn't
Störung.
decouple like the throttle when you start braking. I don't know if that's prototypical. I can't imagine it being the case. But it means that if you hold the brakes while your throttle is still on, the brakes will just be completely ignored. Which doesn't make any sense actually. Doesn't make any sense. Pussies using tunnels. What makes them pussies? What do you mean I'm a biscuit? You're a muppet. You're a bloody muppet. Here we like to do it in plain sight. Well, it's a bit idiotic, isn't it? Doing it in plain sight, constantly looking over your shoulder. Or be comfortably doing it underground where no one can see. You mind your business, everyone else minds theirs.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug RB nach Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station, Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
It's a joke. Listen, a lot of the times that is people's like logic. Usually people who've got no idea about that life anyway, but nonetheless it seems cool to them to think that way. You'll be surprised. You know what, Jackson? You've convinced me to take a nap. I think I'll take it from whenever the stream finishes until 5:35 maybe. And then had a past life. We've all had a past life. Maybe it's very different to today's life. Maybe it's a little bit different. But you're not who you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. For better or for worse. We have the joke that the parliament's next to the zoo because they're also animals. I like that. I almost feel like it's not a coincidence that the zoo is this close. It's poetic in its own way. Maybe there's a secret tunnel linking the Parliament building to the zoo. And then the politicians who aren't seen in the public are spending their time in the zoo. And vice versa. And there's like maybe there's a portal device underground where they change from one form to another. I would hope so, Jackson. That's the intention, right? Oh. That's the intention.
Sifa.
My nose has not been good to me today,
I'm
man.
very honest. Give us 2 months of ceasefire,
my
we will
God.
go to elections. That's it.
I find it funny that it works. It works when it wants to, and it doesn't work when it doesn't want to. I hate when my nose will play up and I'm at the barbers, because I feel like the barber's probably thinking like, you know, every time I blow my nose. I'm always very paranoid about that.
Sifa.
Well, I pressed it, but the game started. Whose fault is that? You just recently adopted Chimp Kid in your vocabulary. I like it. I also like Wimdy instead of Windy. It's from a Fox meme. I like that. It's fucking Wimdy. What else do I like? There are a few of them. That's like my kind of memes.
Sifa.
I pressed it, but again, the game started. Well, what can I do? Don't scream at me. Be gentle. I'm allowed to adopt it as well. Thank you so much for giving me permission. Thank you. Grandmaster of meme vocabulary. There you go. We found a title for you.
Sifa.
ASR Roadman is UK vocabulary for like wannabe gangster. Well, a roadman is someone who is like living that life. So what he's saying there is like a wannabe. I had an argument with one of the hotel staff. Oh no, Mark. Why? Don't make them hate pilots because of you. You're recording for your safety, Jackson. Turn it off now. Or there is going to be no safety. I can live with loss of scaling. I haven't used it for so long. Since I bought it, I used it once and then realized it doesn't work on stream. What's that message? Bop, 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 bop. I really don't like that 80. I really don't like it. Don't like it at all. You're not scared of me? Bet. They told me to get out of the pool at 5 o'clock in the morning. Why? Like, do they, I don't know, do they clean it at that time? Do you want to hear a piss joke or Ryanair joke first? Please, Ryanair joke. Please, man. Is it like actually quite cool? If it's 16 degrees during the day, I don't want to know what time it is during... Oh, snap. I don't want to know what time, what temperature it is at 5 in the morning when you're in the pool. I would be concerned for your health. Hopefully next week will come the DBB 147. Hopefully, Jan. Hopefully. I just hope that with this delay, it comes perfectly. To be completely honest with you, it's quite a big move to. I'm going to be speeding for a bit. It's quite a big move to cancel a release, especially by Dovetail, who, you know, they'll release whatever and however it is, they will usually just release it. So there has to be a huge problem here. Clearly, it's clearly, you know, it can run fine. So I really don't know what the I haven't had one crash with this train on this timetable, not one. And I'm running 320, 330 mods. So, yeah, I don't know what was encountered. Oh god, here we go. 2 FPS gameplay. But yeah, I just hope that it comes out in, it releases in perfect quality. I know that's a lot to ask, but in this particular scenario, I think it should be expected.
Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts. Diese Zugfahrt endet dort. Wir bitten alle Fahrgäste auszusteigen. Vielen Dank für Ihre Reise mit unseren Zügen.
Create his own taxi company so he could get around Dublin tax free. Oh yeah, who is that? Oh, the Ryanair guy. Yeah. I remember you telling me. Only thing they give you is a safety card. Of course. Why am I not surprised that the Ryanair joke also has some piss involved? Like, just at this point, please, like, we're all friends here. We're all open. We're all comfortable with each other. Just say it, bro. Just say you've got a piss hobby. Just say that that's what you're into. I'm gonna judge you. That's fine, but maybe not everybody's gonna judge you for that. Yeah, I don't know how that bot got through the auto mod, but Jackson will type in one naughty word, and he'll get held back. Whoa. 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 Whoa, we're in slow motion. It's like that Italian video, the guy talking, and then he starts talking in slow motion, then he speeds up. I love that video. I should get standing seats. I cannot believe that was ever considered diabolical. Well, I hope you appreciate this 2 FPS gameplay, guys. I worked really hard for it. Food there opens at 5:30 in the morning, so I thought screw it, jump at the pool at 5. I mean, you know what? I hear it, Mark. I'm with you. Whoa, I can't tell my break-in because it's just constantly stuttering. Yeah, have a little dip, work up the hunger a little bit, just in time for, you know, fresh, hot breakfast. I mean, what other way of doing it is there? Right, boys, I'm going to wrap it up there so I can go and have my nap, which will be 25 minutes if I go right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the bus. Yes! Yes! I'm playing the bus. Very happy about that. Very, very happy about that. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. Keep an eye on the Discord for any changes that may occur. Appreciate you all being here today. Thank you very much for the conversations and just your overall presence. Jackson, you put me off. Yeah, hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe, health is wealth, and until the next one, hopefully tomorrow. Peace out.